Hi grade 8s, welcome to Cityscape video tutorial number 11, our last tutorial to complete this project. Coloring and finishing touches. This tutorial, or this step in the project, is probably going to take you the longest, so I want you to really go slow, be really meticulous with your coloring, and come up with some really good combinations, okay? Alright, just want to do a little bit of review on coloring. So what we want to do is we want to take the smallest object and color from the inside outward. So for example, these windows here. I always want to click on the points in clockwise order. So in other words, I'm creating a polygon or a shape for Geometry Sketchpad to color inside of. So once I've got my vertices highlighted, I'm going to go up to the Construct menu, and I'm going to look for something interior. Now in this case it's a quadrilateral interior because it's 4 points. 4 points, 4 sides. So I'm going to click on interior, and then if the object or the shape is large enough, you can right click right inside of it and change its color. Now if the shape is really small, you can go up here to display, color, and then choose the right color. Now you have all of these preset colors, but then you have the choice of using these colors. Now if you plan on using a color repeatedly, what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to remember these numbers. So that's where it gets complicated. So I'll just choose kind of a light blue for glass, and then I'll deselect to have a look at it. Then I'll do the same for the other window and the other door. I'll go to Construct, Quadrilateral Interior. I can right click on the shape and go right to color. And there I go. Alright, so I started with the smallest object, and then I'm going to work outward. So if I use the same technique to color kind of the door frame, the metal door frame around it, and if I were to create a polygon around that shape, it's not going to work. Because what's going to happen is it's going to color over the shape that I've already colored. And I don't want that. I don't want the mixing of the two colors. So what you have to do is you have to create smaller polygons around the area that you just colored. So here I created a trapezoid above the two windows. So I'm going to go to Construct, Quadrilateral Interior, see if I can get in there, and then I can make it a gray. So I'll use this darker gray here, and I'll give you an idea of what I just colored. Then I've got to create another trapezoid on the right hand side of those windows. It's too bad that in the old version of Geometry Sketchpad it remembered what color you used last and it always went back to that same color. But in this one it looks like you're going to have to set the color every time. Actually, it just kind of chose a random color, didn't it? Okay, so I'm working around the window, drawing these smaller shapes. It doesn't matter how many shapes you create around it, because if you make them all the same color, no one's going to see those shapes or know how many shapes you create. Now don't forget this middle portion as well. Construct Quadrilateral Interior. Okay, so there is my completed door. Now what I like to do is I like to save the hiding of the points to the very end, because you never know when you're going to need a point back. However, if you're working from the inside outward, on your innermost shape you can start hiding points because you won't be coming back here to color because it's already done. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to highlight all of those interior points, and then I'm going to use my Control H tool, or I can go up to Display, Hide Points right here. Okay? And then you get to see how clean it's going to look without those points. Now, I don't want to hide these points around the door frame because I'm going to need them to color the side of the building. Alright, so I'm going to stay on this building, and let's go to the N here. Now the N is a nice, easy, solid shape. I can just go in clockwise order around the whole shape. Imagine wrapping a piece of string around that N, or whatever letter you've drawn. I'll go to Construct Interior, and then I'll choose a very bright color that's going to really pop. Okay, And I've got nothing else. Normally I would probably have another letter here, but I just want to go over again how to color around the N and around the doors. So in this case, I'm going to be a little bit more creative in the polygon that I'm going to draw because I'm getting better at this. So I'll go to Construct, Polygon Interior, and you see how much more area I can cover if I understand the whole idea of creating polygons around other polygons. Now if I want something that looks a little bit like brick, I'll use some of the brown tones, but again, not every building has to look like brick. There are many buildings downtown or even in Brampton downtown that are colored different colors. So again, you can be as creative as you want. Some buildings should probably look realistic and some can look kind of funky and creative and artistic. So again, I'm going to try to create as few polygons as I can, and we'll see if this works. Again, you'll know instantly whether you've covered the whole area or not. And then I think I used the light brown. So there you go. So I've colored one whole side of the building, including the signs and the doors. So now that this part of the building has been completely colored, I can go in and I can hide these points because I won't need them anymore. The points around my signs, I won't need them as well. I should probably keep the points around the outside of the building. I might need them later. So let's do Control H and let's have a look at how clean that looks. Okay, so this is, oh, I forgot one here. So this is the effect that we're going to go for. So you can just start with all the small objects. You can start with kind of one side of the building like I did. There's no real right way to do it. You just got to color the whole thing. Take your time. All right, and by the time you finish coloring, you'll see the hopefully you'll get some gratification for all of the hard work you've done. Okay, good luck. I hope you had fun working on this. I can't wait to see your finished projects. All right, take care. Bye.